The team that brought us We Sounds Incredible Dumb.
Yep.
Live from the Wicked Weed Studios, I'm Jeremy Greene. This is Brian Haynes.
Yep.
And this is the Jacksonville Jaguars 2021 win-loss projection. Urban Meyer is here. A lot of new toys are here. And Goldilocks himself, Trevor Lawrence, is here.
Yes, he is.
The fairy tale that shall save the franchise. However, I don't think that will be happening this year. I looked at the schedule and immediately went, this is not going to go well.
Oh, God.
I mean, I want you to look at that and you tell me who they could actually, honest to God, plan on beating.
See, I actually have them winning 4 games.
I don't.
And I have them beating, and one of them is actually splitting with the Texans.
I have them beating the Texans once. I think that's a home and home.
And I look at the Seattle game is winnable, the Patriots game is winnable, and the Falcons game is winnable. And I know that sounds crazy. I just have a weird feeling. And I believe in Trevor Lawrence as a quarterback. I think this guy, and you said it, he was your highest rated quarterback that you've ever had. I think there's something to be said about this. This guy's a winner. You have enough pieces around you except for the offensive line, which I'm a little scared of offensively.
The offensive line doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
It does at the tackles because you shouldn't have Cam Robinson protecting his blind side.
It's just I look at a wide receiver core of DJ Shark, Marvin Jones Jr., Laviska Shenault. I mean, they even have, as low down as Philip Dorsett, who is all decent.
He's not decent. Yeah. You said they could beat the Seahawks and the Patriots?
I think so.
That's not even kind of true. They will get shellacked in both of those games. I look at this team and go, the best you can hope for is that you see improvement under Urban Meyer. Mm-hmm. Because I think there's going to be a learning curve for Trevor Lawrence. If you remember, and we know this because we're ACC affiliates, I saw him the first pass he ever threw at Clemson, and I've seen every one since. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what the knock on Trevor Lawrence was in the beginning?
I don't remember any knocks at all.
He threw into high coverage a lot. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of dropped interceptions, and I think you're going to see that all over again. I think he's going to feel like he has to do too much in the beginning. I don't love the line on the outsides. The interior's fine. I don't love the fact that you don't have a tight end, and before you say it, Tim Tebow is not a fucking tight end. I don't think you're going to be able to stop teams. I think there's a learning curve with Urban Meyer, too. Never been in the NFL. You got a lot of coaches here that have never coached a second in the NFL.
Right. And
I just think it's going to be a learning curve. I have them at 2-15. I have them beating the Texans once, and I have them beating the Cincinnati Bengals. Mm-hmm. That is it.
Yeah.
And I don't see many more wins on that schedule.
So
now, what I do see, on the other hand, is a lot of young pieces.
Yeah.
And I think if by the end of the year you see an improvement where you're more competitive. This is a team that was not competitive for the vast majority of last year. This is a complete rebuild. And this is going to have to be in Trent Baalke and Urban Meyer we trust. Uh-huh. If you see the pieces coming through at the end of the year, whether it's Josh Allen, the pass rusher, Caleb on Chason, the secondary that's been pretty well overhauled, the receiving core, Travis Etienne and James Robinson out of the backfield. If you can just see the growth where these are pieces moving forward, I think you can build this team outside in, just knowing that this is going to be an ugly year.
Yeah, I mean, there's talent on this team for sure.
I just think it's in the wrong places.
And I'm interested to see what kind of offense Urban Meyer is going to, is he going to adapt to the pros, or is he going to keep going with that spread? And
that's an offense that can be run in the NFL. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
And they have teams, and they have players that can fit that kind of offense. Those also lead to your quarterback getting hit more times than you'd like to, especially your number one pick in the draft.
Not always. It's just I don't understand why you would franchise Cam Robinson. I'm never going to get that.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
say that
such
in
a
every
big
Jaguars
surprise.
video we do.
Yeah.
I look. This is your breakdown of how the season goes.
Yep.
You have the Jaguars at 4-13.
I do.
Which would leave them as the second worst team in the AFC?
I believe so. Yes, I have the Texans the worst. They would be the second worst team by a game.
Yep, and you'd have them picking at 6 in the NFL draft next year. I conversely have the Jaguars at 2-15, which would make them the third worst team in the AFC, and would give them the fourth pick in the draft next year.
Yes.
I think a mixture of another draft class and another year for Urban to develop, build this team around Trevor Lawrence. I think there are pieces. I don't want to make it sound like Jacksonville is absolutely abandon all hope, all ye that enter here.
No, not at all.
It's not that. It's just, I think this is going to take a year more. A lot of Jaguars fans seem to think that just because Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence came to town, all of the problems are gone. They're not. And you're going to see them quickly because you didn't get a lot of favors with the schedule.
And also, not to mention, Urban Meyer is one I have a headache away from quitting on this team.
And I think that's over-exaggerated.
I know, but
I think the recruiting and things like that really pissed him off in college and all of the things that went into that. I'm not really scared of that. Urban's, yes, he's had issues, but according to everything I've heard, the medical issues they're pretty tame right now. I'm not as worried about that. What I'm worried about is everybody has to be on the same page, and everybody has to grow together, and everybody has to be patient.
Yeah.
The most important word when it comes to Jacksonville Jaguars is patience. This has been the Jacksonville Jaguars 2021 win-loss projection from the Sportsocracy. Be sure to click the like and subscribe button to see every time we go live, including every weekday right here from the Wicked Weed Studios at 9 a.m. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is Brian Haynes. Be sure to visit our friends at Wicked Weed Brewing. wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different.